Welcome to the Decensored podcast. you fucking cunt. We're not even 2 seconds in and you've already scuffed it. Alright, as you can probably tell, we're under new management. So, you've got me as before, Daddy has.
As before, yeah.
As before, but before I was known as Huz of Hell, so it has slightly changed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but TLDR, I make like one YouTube video a year and stream on Twitch a whole bunch. And we've also got Scully.
I'm Scully. I'm a video editor for Daddy Has. I'm also I had my own channel a few years back with a bunch of friends of mine, and I might get into streaming.
And we've
So
also...
yeah.
What, was that it? Sorry?
Is that you done?
Yeah, that's it. So, yeah.
Okay, and we've also got Llama Toes.
I've got to try and think of something funny to make me sound more disabled, but I definitely have mental problems. I run shitty YouTube channel with shitty editing, and I stream shitty streams on website that is oversaturated.
Okay,
Twitch.
I don't think you need to think of a joke. I think you've got it covered like that.
Yeah, there we go. That's good.
Like, this whole career is a joke. Let's be honest.
Okay,
Oh my God.
You're not wrong.
I think we all are here. Anyway.
Yes.
Right. Anyone want to pick the first topic?
Well, should we start with what we said we were going to do with the name thing and how we got the names?
Oh,
Because I think that's a cool idea.
If you want, I wasn't here for that conversation, but if you want to, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Scully, you should start probably because.
Okay, so my name used to be Skull Razor. I made it up when I was, I think, 10, something like that. And then I got to play with a bunch of friends. And one of my high school friends, who I played a lot of games with, he started calling me Scully. And he did it more and more. And I didn't like it in the beginning.
Cringe.
But yeah, it started growing on me. So I decided to keep it and just use it to yeah.
What about you, Father Has?
Father.
Makes you sound like a priest.
Oh yes, and in today's sermon, my origin story.
How many kids have you got in your back?
You fucking man.
0. But yeah, no. So there was a segue from when I went from Huz of Hell to Daddy Has, because up until that change, I always went by Huz of Hell. It's a username that I made for old school RuneScape way back when I was 11.
Fuck, you're old.
Not even. No, I wasn't even 11. I was fucking 8, or not 8, fucking 10, about 10-ish.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
No
and
shit.
like, it was I made it for an email address because I needed an email address, and it just kind of stuck. And then a whole thing happened with my Discord server because it used to be called the Cunt Squad. One of the admins had renamed me in the original because it all started with a circle group. And one of the admins for that group named me Daddy on the Discord server, and it just kind of stuck. So I thought, right, I'll rebrand myself, I'll rebrand the server. Daddy kind of stuck because everyone that was coming in that was new to the Discord server just started calling me Daddy because that's what it said.
You got a kink. You got a kink.
And so I thought, fuck it, I'll rebrand to Daddy Has. It stuck, and yeah, that's where we are today. How about yourself, Llama Toes?
Oh God, mine's well, shit, right. Like what? What was it? Well, this time last year, I dropped out of sixth form because I was failing everything, and I just thought, fuck it. I was really bored because I wasn't really doing anything for 6 months. I thought I'd make a YouTube channel and stream on Twitch. I was already streaming on Twitch from the December.
Yeah.
And I was like, right, fuck it. What can I make my name? Something that me and my friends find funny, and it was the fucking cunt from that Roadman Shack video who said Lavatos 'cause it's funny.
Oh,
And now I am inherently very embarrassed. But I'd also like to add that it's good because I didn't really have any other ideas in regards to naming until like 2 weeks ago when I thought, oh, I might change it. But it just like, then you've got to change everything and all that. And it kind of just sat around and I thought, well, there's no point changing it because I've made the decision. It's like a lot of people make a decision, don't they?
yeah.
And stick with a name, and then they're like, "Oh, I don't like it anymore," but they still stick with it anyway
Because that's what they've
people-
become known as. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing. It's like a lot of my friends online call me Tubble, which is what my old Steam name used to be Tubblescorn, which is what XQC said
Tubblescorn. That's...
in like a stream highlight.
I'm sorry, but does that not sound like a dwarvish D&D character name?
It does a bit, but SQC said it was like, "Oh, I'll play." He was playing Overwatch. He goes, "Oh, I'll play Tubblescorn," instead of saying, "Oh, I'll play Torbjorn." And I just I was like, "Oh, fuck it, I'll change my name because it's funny." And then everyone started calling me Tubble, and I thought, "Oh, maybe I should change my name." But then I just thought, well, this is better because I've built my brand around being unfunny and using dead memes. So I just thought, well,
You're
I might as
also
well.
you're also going from one meme name to another. Is it really worth the effort?
No, it's not. Unfortunately, I mean, I would have changed it a while ago, but again, haha, funny.
So when are you changing it to Cheeto then?
Oh, I don't know. I'll probably never do that because I'm still sticking with this now.
Look at the Cheeto.
Shield. Yeah.
So maybe we can talk a bit about how we know each other.
Oh
Because,
yeah. Yeah.
So since you dropped out and then you
Oh,
started
yeah.
the team, right?
I started an Overwatch team because I was playing a lot of Overwatch with another friend of mine called Dahi, who's from Ireland. And we were playing a lot of Overwatch, and we were thought he was already in a team, and he just left it. And we thought, oh, we'll start a little plat team. And I put the post up. So we're looking for like players on the Overwatch Discord, and Scully was the first person to DM me and join.
And I'd actually seen that message like 3 times already. I was like, oh yeah, I can just try and see what happens.
Okay, so this is news to me, and
Yeah, you
like,
don't know.
I'm sorry, but y'all two are sweaty fucking nerds. You know that.
Yeah.
Fucking
I mean, this was
esports
when-
teams over here.
This was when we're both very average.
Average, yeah.
Overwatch, yeah. I mean, I should probably been in Diamond when I played, and Scully should have probably been in Plat rank. But we thought, well, I wanted more people to play with and more people to kind of like grind with because of how toxic the community is and how shitty solo queue is. And I thought, well, we'll start an Overwatch team, and if it doesn't work out, it can become some sort of community.
Mm.
And we stopped playing scrims, didn't we? And we kind of played off and on with a lot of people, but that just died out. And the only person I talked to is Scully from the team because he edits, and he's asked me to
And
make
you
it
can
all
relate.
people. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But you didn't know that, did you? As you had no idea.
Well, I didn't know you were in a fucking team together.
Really?
No, I didn't.
Oh my god. Yeah. So
Yeah, there was some good times, some bad times. People not showing up to scrims.
it was cringe.
Yeah. And the one time we got an actual coach.
Oh yeah, and to be honest, he was actually very good at
Yeah.
coaching, but none of us cared enough for the game to
Wow.
actually bother.
And we got to like we played the 3 DPS comp just before Roll Q came out. So there was no point. So we mastered it just before the Roll Q thing came out, so we couldn't do the 3 DPS thing. So
Wow.
there was no
Yeah.
point in like actually trying it.
Yeah. Were you just on about the tournament thing? That
Oh,
you
that
said
fell
you were gonna
through.
join? Oh yeah.
Yeah, shit.
Okay, tell me more. I'm interested
Yeah.
now. Come on.
That was some first class bullshit.
Because I was running the team, I was getting approached by I got approached by a sponsor as well, at one point.
Oh,
There
damn.
was
It's
like an
weird
org,
shit.
right?
Yeah, there was an org who said they'd sponsor us and pay us money and stuff, and we'd do comps, whatever.
We've never seen any money.
And we no, I was hopeful because they already had an established like NA1,
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
but they were trying to branch out into EU, and we were one of the first teams that they picked up. And I joined, and I thought, well, we'll see where it goes, and it went fucking nowhere. It literally didn't
absolutely
go
nowhere.
anywhere. It literally went nowhere, and I didn't, like it was stupid because literally nothing happened. I was kind of sitting around DMing the people like, hey, what's going on? When is our league starting or whatever? And they would just no reply. And they were like, then they replied to me like a few months ago, and they were like, oh yeah, sorry, we weren't doing the EU league anymore. It's like, yeah, no shit. You know shit, you weren't doing the EU league. Fucking disappeared off the face of the earth.
How to kill your competition.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Yeah, we were only doing NA because EU sucks anyway.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, okay.
Yo, suck ass again.
Oh, I've just broken my headset.
Yeah, I can hear the
Nice.
fucking the duct tape in the background.
I'm like, you know, the little, because I've got a
Tape
radio
it up.
headset, and it connects together with like a little aux thing, and all the little plastic around it's come off, and you can see the wires.
Wow,
I don't fancy dying, so I'm just gonna sort of oh,
Electrocuted by his headset.
yeah, I don't fancy doing death by headset. I'd rather die from coronavirus.
Wow. Man,
Yikes.
what a time to break your headset as well.
The thing is, like, I don't have any money. I used to have a spare one, and that's broken as well. So I'm fucked.
Wow.
It's not even I'll see headphones. Shit. Anyway,
Well, yeah,
I'll
talk
sit here
about.
and-
Sorry.
I'll,
talk.
sit here and fix this. So continue.
Okay. Can I continue now? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, go
So,
ahead.
talk about coronavirus. I heard has it a pretty good topic, pretty sad as well. That pubs are closed until Christmas.
Yeah, so well,
What?
basically, the preliminary verdict is that pubs in the UK will remain shut until Christmas because they'll be like one of the last things to open back up.
What?
Yeah.
I just turned 18.
Oh, imagine
No.
that.
The worst part is, all of my mates, because I'm in the year below now,
Yeah.
they're all going to be turning 18 this year. One of them's having
Oh, yeah.
a big party in September because she
Yeah.
turns 18.
But you
I'm
can
gonna
have a
be-
party then.
Yeah, I'm going to be the old, well, if it blows over, she'll be having a party. I'll be the oldest kid there, and I was saying to one of her mates, I guarantee she'll want to go out after the party and do an after party thing. But all the clubs will be fucking shut.
Well,
Yeah.
tell you what, if this does turn out to be true and they do reopen around Christmas time, at
I'll be fucking-
some point in 2021, I'll come buy you a pint. How's that?
That sounds great. I just want to get. I think
Well-
the best part is I just want to be able to go on holiday next year and go to Spain with the boys. So that's all I'm bothered about.
But do you guys have like an actual lockdown or?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've not been outside in about 2 months.
Yep.
I see.
I am because I'm a key worker. The term key worker gets
see.
thrown around a lot in the UK.
It does a
I
bit, doesn't
see.
it?
Most people think like, oh yeah, healthcare workers, so NHS staff, and like home nurses and all that.
Dental workers. As
But
well.
they forget about like everyone that works in retail, everyone that works in nurseries, because the nurseries and like the schools isn't too bad because like they're funded differently than nurseries. Most nurseries gain money off of the people that put their children in there. And I've got a family friend who runs a nursery, like they own a nursery, and they've said like if this continues the way it is, because they have to stay open for the key workers' children, so like NHS staff and all the shit I just mentioned before, if this continues any longer, they won't be able to afford to stay open. They'll have to shut down and just declare bankruptcy, because
Wait,
nurseries aren't meant to make money, so they don't have a lot of like backlog of
Yeah.
money to help them keep going. But
Do
in no
sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
In no like government support packages have they even mentioned nurseries at this point.
It's a bit stupid because they're not mentioning things that people take for granted.
Yeah, like
Daily.
like think of it. If the NHS staff don't have anywhere to put their fucking kids whilst they go to work to help save lives, what the fuck is like? What's gonna happen?
It's like I'm quite lucky because I mean, my mum and dad are both dentists, right?
Yeah,
And they're both classed as essential workers. My stepmom is like an assistant to my dad, so she just kind of stays at home. But my mum's in work every day.
yeah,
But she's lucky because me and my sister are both 16 and 18, so we can kind of sit at home by ourselves and do our own thing. But if this happened, 10 years ago when I was 8,
Yeah.
it would have been a completely different story.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't know how to look after myself. I wouldn't know how to make my own breakfast or anything.
you still don't know how.
Probably. Probably not. Yeah.
So do I put the cereal in first, or do I put the milk in first?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I get up at 12 now, but you got to bear in mind.
It's breakfast. This is lunch.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
But yeah, so you're pretty much devastated by that news.
By what news?
By the pubs.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that.
I think they're gonna open, at least before Christmas. That's for sure. I think in September everything's gonna open again. Yeah.
It depends. It depends how smart they are about the lockdown. Like people keep saying, "Oh, they're gonna lift lockdown in like 3 weeks." I say it won't last like another month, and I'm just like, no, that's not how it works. They have to be smart about this because if they actually want to stop it, they have to make the rules stricter and stricter until people actually start abiding by it.
Yeah, the problem is with the UK is a lot of people. Well, I know this is gonna make me sound like a dick, but a lot of people my age are fucking cunts.
No, legit. In the UK, no one gives two shits that we're on lockdown. Like
And
you
they're
still,
all my age.
you like not just mate. Me working in retail, I see everyone just going out, just like taking the extreme piss out of the guidelines.
It's like, I'm sorry. Yeah, you can have an hour of exercise and yeah, you can go out for essentials, but an hour of exercise doesn't mean, get the tube to Hyde Park, sit in Hyde Park for 4 hours drinking, and then go home. That's not how this works. You stay in your fucking house. The problem is, everyone my age is like, it's nice outside, I want to go outside. It's like, yes, if you go outside, it might...
Oh, damn it.
Wow. So professional.
Yeah. So, most stores aren't even closed here.
Sorry, Mum, but fuck you. No, I guess continue. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so most stores aren't even closed here. We can go outside but like we get told to stay outside and work from home. But most, like, you can just go outside, and a lot of people like our age just don't care for some reason at this point. They have abided by the guidelines, but it gets less and less now. So we get a press conference tonight. Like the government is going to tell us what new things they're going to implement.
Yeah, it's just...
But they were talking about like starting primary schools up again and having like high school students have exercise for like 3 hours, 3 times a week, something like that.
God damn it, Llama, put your phone on fucking vibrate.
Yeah, I did. Sorry. It's fucking mother. Right. Yeah.
Tell your mother I'll see her tonight. Stop bugging you now. It's not the time.
Right. I mean, because we were talking about my work earlier today, I was kicking off because my teachers are complaining that I'm not doing enough work, even though I've sent them emails explaining that I can't work from home and explaining that I'm trying to put stuff in place to make sure that I do all my work. And they just didn't open the emails, and I'm fucking livid.
Oh yeah, mate, they're teachers. What do you expect them to do?
Yeah, and just give me 2 minutes. Fucking hell.
Oh.
But yeah, no. The worst thing is coming back to it. The worst thing is it like you're saying like the it's the young people, like the people our age, that aren't abiding by it. That's not true. Everyone like around 40 that's just taking the
Yeah,
absolute piss, and I see them and it's horrible. Like working in retail, I'm like, apart from like all the medical staff and stuff like that, I'm on the front line of this shit, and I see people taking the piss. The general public think they care, but they don't actually care. Like, you see everyone in their face masks and their gloves, but they'll still gladly push past you in the shop as if it was a normal day. They'll still touch their face with their gloves. Like, what's the point of wearing gloves at that point? There's none.
we don't even have to wear like face masks and gloves.
No,
and
you
stuff.
you don't hear either. It's just you see some people that are, but even then, like, they're not fucking doing stuff properly. They think they care by putting them on, but they don't use them correctly, so it just defeats the purpose of having them.
Yeah, there's, we have like a guideline that says you need to stay about like a meter and a half, but most people that don't abide by it are like elderly people above the age of 50. And I'm trying to
Mate,
make way for people, and then they just
the
say,
amount of
"Fuck you."
customers I've nearly lost my shit at because they'll come up to me and poke me on the shoulder and go, "Oh, you got this, that, or the other," and I'm just there in my head freaking the fuck out, like I'm not that worried about the whole thing. Because I'm working retail, I either get it or I don't. But at that point in my head, like when they're just there, not giving two fucks about me or even themselves, and they poke me on the shoulder and go, "Have you got this, that, or the other in stock?" I'm just like, in my head, I'm just like, "Get the fuck away from me!"
You know what you should do? You just turn around, then cough in your elbow, and you can see them run away. Like,
See, I was tempted.
fake off.
I was tempted to scare the shit out of everyone and bring like my spray painting mask into work. It's one of those big chunky fuckers with the stick out
yeah,
filters. That would freak some people out.
Just turn around.
What did you say?
Yeah. Yes, master. Fucking Darth Vader now.
Yeah.
Darth Vader to IL2. Darth Vader to IL2.
Oh yes, we
Something
have
needs
those
to be
crisps
collected.
in stock. Just follow me down to aisle 2.
One of the kids have thrown up in IL2. Darth Vader to IL2, please.
Fucking hell. That's annoying. My mum rang me to tell me that she's ringing the college to try and get me to try and ask if I can go in and do work in college. So I'd not sit at home all day and be like, "Oh, I'll do some work," and then I just don't do any.
What?
Because I can't concentrate at home. I need to be in an environment without my computer.
Then just go sit in a different room.
Yeah, first world problems. Get some
Right.
self-control, man.
I do have self-control. I did some yesterday. I did a little bit today, but I can't concentrate for long enough.
Oh, I had the same. Just quit sugar.
Oh no, I did.
That's the solution. Like,
I'll turn on my computer and Discord will load up, and I'll be like, "Ooh, but I wanna check
Ba-ding,
this."
ba-ding, ba-ding.
oh,
Yeah, and it's like, "Ugh." And then
Just
I put myself didn't disturb, and I just keep checking it. So if I go into college, it's like a 10-minute drive away. If I get taken into college, I'll stay there for 2 hours, and then come home. I'll probably be like, "Yeah, I've done work," and plus I'll have actually got out of bed in the morning to go do work, and I've actually been productive.
I stand up 8 a.m. every day and start working. Like
I
eat
can
breakfast and
confirm
start working.
that. As someone who never sleeps, I always see Scully just come online on his phone at about 8 a.m. pretty much every day. Just checking his messages.
Yeah.
I can't. Things like I go into bed at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Same, but if I
Well,
sleep
that's
or
not-
not is a different story.
Exactly, yeah. So it's like if I do that, I'll always sleep till like 12 and then just get up. But I need to get into a pattern of getting up relatively early. and going doing some work, but like I don't know whether they're gonna let me or not. But I don't fucking care anyway because I'll just get it. I'll try and do something.
Yeah. Anyway,
What's
we've
the-
we,
Yeah,
we've
move
we've
on.
gone on a kind of rampage.
Yeah, but
Anyway, pubs closed till December. Sad face.
Yes.
Scully, next topic.
clap hands. Okay, so next topic. Let's see. Like UK people are too lazy to work in farms. On farms in the UK.
Oh wow,
apparently-
no, are we just going off of mine?
Yes,
No,
we're
that'll
going
be-
off of yours because I can't remember my topic.
Okay, wow,
fucking
fabulous.
nerd.
Llama, have you got any?
Well, I was gonna, because I'm
I had-
very in on the whole
Oh.
drama scene
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything.
Oh, here
So
we go.
We're going
And
to,
I-
we're
and I
going to
want-
Lamatos for the drama.
Yeah, and I want to comment on and just kind of briefly glaze over the top of the Carson Catarino situation.
Oh.
I followed that.
Yeah.
Because personally, I'm not going to witch on people because, admittedly, all the people involved that I actually care about, so Carson Fitz and Catarino, are actually quite funny. Like, even though she's a prick, and she's done wrong, right? And it ain't good, like, bad, right?
She just
She's
made a
funny.
bad.
She's funny.
She made but she made a bad business decision. She should have just done it for money.
A bad,
Like
bad business decision. She's piping
yeah, she-
7
Bad
She-
business
yeah,
decision. She was going
she-
out with like 7
should've done it-
dudes.
She should have done it for money.
Have you not
Like,
seen what Tuma did?
if you're good at something, don't do it for free.
Have you not seen what Tuma did on his stream? He did a Catarino boyfriend
She-
list.
She took on the wrong career. Let's be honest.
Oh
shouldn't have
no.
She should have become a streamer.
Have you not seen Tumad made a Catarino boyfriend tier list?
Yeah, I've seen it. I've
No,
seen it.
And
no.
because he's exactly like me. He's just like me, but he's black. You don't give a shit. He's a little bit fat. He don't give a shit. He'll say what he wants and not care about the repercussions because everywhere's a free. YouTube YouTube and Twitch are platforms where you can express your opinions, unless it's like extremely racist and you're gonna kind of stand around doing the bad hand signal
It's
in the sky. And then you'll get game ended by the Twitch staffs. Or if you mention a Linny, then you'll get your cheeks clapped by Twitch staff. But
to be honest, yeah,
it's
they have
yeah, go on.
Yeah, go,
It's out
okay.
of us,
So yeah, if on Twitch it's basically if you stick to the rules of freedom of speech and you're fine.
yeah,
And don't
You're
mention anything, you're
fine-ish.
You're
Yeah, you're-
fine-ish.
which I think is good for doing this because I can kind of say it all now and then go stream later and then not risk me saying something inherently bad and getting banned.
Well, I mean, it's still like what you say here still affects you on Twitch, just to a lesser extent.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they do still monitor, like every
Yeah, they do
platform today,
actually.
they still do monitor what you do outside of the platform, and you can get in trouble for something you did off platform.
Yeah, I mean, I don't go outside, so I'll be alright.
Yeah.
Basically because they think that streamers have somewhat of an example to set, and if you like, you
very true.
can't be like PG on Twitch and just.
I mean,
go on.
it depends what kind of audience / demographics you're cultivating.
Yeah.
Like,
Racist.
oh my
Racist.
god.
That's just what mine is. I'm just gonna be honest. Like,
The northern-
have you not seen my Twitch chat?
I have seen.
I've tried not to.
It's not good, and that's all brought on by me. And we've gone off track though a bit there.
A
With
bit.
the whole Twitch.
But
Yeah,
just a
but
bit.
the situation with Catarina and Carson,
Yeah.
she inherently, with me not wanting to beat around the bush, she's a slag. Okay? And it's blatantly obvious. And she's trying to blame it on
Oh.
mental health problems and like, do you know, like things that sit in the back of your mind that are like, oh, I want people to think I'm good or whatever she said in the video. I don't think that using mental health as an excuse to kind of warrant or give like a what would you say? How do you say it?
Yeah.
Like, give a reason and make it seem like it's okay to do something.
Oh yeah, no, that's
if
weak
I-
sauce in the excuse
If
department.
I went to my headmaster at my college and blew his legs off with a shotgun, I went, "Oh, I'm mentally insane." Like, it doesn't mean that it's good and it's okay that I blew his legs off with a shotgun. Like, that's not. It's like he's got no legs. Like, I've just put 2 pellets in his knees. Like, he's got no legs. But because I'm mentally insane, I'm not going to get the death penalty. I'm not going to get put life in prison. But I did blow off his legs.
No, you get less if you like. No, in the Netherlands at least, you can.
No,
get,
there is the treatment for mentally insane subjects,
Yeah.
but you
Well, the
actually
thing is-
have to be mentally insane.
Yeah, that's the thing is people
No.
are saying that they're mentally insane when they're not actually. And this is where I'm
Oh,
coming from.
Here it's basically.
Yeah,
fake.
but like, there's
It's
sometimes
fakeable.
you can't really differentiate, so you got to give them the benefit of the doubt. Otherwise, you just
Yeah, and then like it's like if I blew his legs off with a shotgun and started doing the take the L dance, and that's where the mentally insane thing comes in. If I start default dancing over his corpse, like that's where you'll get sectioned. Like, but if you just blow his legs off and walk out, you can't get done for it. For being mental health, and it's the same kind of.
I love that's where you draw the line. If I blow his legs off, that's fine. But if I start default dancing afterwards,
No, but yeah. What I'm trying to say is though, like if I started dancing and being like clearly insane, like doing weird shit after I'd done it, it looks like I'm insane. But if I just walked out and then tried to plead insanity, it would be debunked straight away. And it's the same. It's kind of the same situation, but less shotgun, more boyfriend.
I'm gonna go stab a random man in the street, dab, and then claim mental insanity because I fucking dabbed.
It's just like, but yeah, it's kind of like the same situation, but less murderous. Like, the Katarina situation is like she cheated on 7 people at the same time,
Allegedly.
and then, allegedly, and then try to back it up and make it all seem like it was a good thing because she has a problem with like mental health or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
I don't know if she's trying to play it off as a good thing.
Oh god.
Oh.
Oh god.
No, I don't know. I haven't really followed it that closely. I know what's going down.
Let's not
Has she apologized at all, or?
Well, she
kind of.
basically blamed it on her mental health.
Yeah,
problem.
which is what.
So she hasn't actually
So
excused.
she said that she was she thought she was 2 different persons in one body, but that doesn't explain like the 8 boyfriends. Like,
It's like, oh yeah, I'm 2 different people, but right, I'm still getting panicked by 8 different people. So that means realistically, I'm only cheating on 4 people, but it's split because I've got 2 personalities. It's like, no, shut up, shut up now.
that's still, like at the point when she made that video, like only 3 people came out. Like, it only came out like she cheated on like 2. So but then still
Where?
2 personalities.
No, I'm sorry,
3
but
people.
like, hold on, like. Where's everybody pulling these extra people from? It's like they're just standing up and pulling
I
out
don't
their
know.
ass and going, "Oh, new boyfriend." It's like, no.
There's more and more people coming out. There's Twitch. There was Twitch clip from a guy that, but it got debunked. And there was
the scarce one. The scarce one. Where,
yeah.
Yeah.
And then you had another one, the esporter who.
Yes, that one as well.
But he actually came out and said like, I had a relationship, physical and emotional. That.
I just think that she's trying to use her platform to manipulate people into thinking that she genuinely has a mental health issue and genuinely is struggling with some sort of bipolar, like personality disorder. When realistically, she's just a slag.
Yeah, but to be honest, she took the wrong career path. She could have made
Oh
way
my
more
God.
money.
If she would have stayed with Carson, didn't they?
No, I don't mean that. I don't
No,
mean that.
he means porn.
Oh, he means that. Okay, I didn't think he meant that because I'm not dirty-minded and I'm not imagining Carino from Twitch getting piped by Johnny Sins. Who? I think that it's not been blown out of proportion. All the hate that she gets is completely warranted.
I mean, I there's a line.
Not all of it. Not all,
Not
there's a
all of
line.
it.
There's
There is a line, yeah. But like,
it-
she bought it on herself. I
Yeah,
would have
yeah, yeah.
thought if it's to this extent where she's got allegedly 6, maybe more.
Boyfriends.
Like, there's 6 confirmed, right?
Yeah.
At this
could
point,
be 8, could be 10.
could be yeah. Could be any.
be
So
100.
I'm gonna say
be
6
hundreds.
or more. At what point do you go? Would it have been better if she'd just come out with the whole thing when it was still
Yeah.
like the 3 people? If she just came out with a video going, okay, here's what's going down. Here, like, not obviously mentioning the people that are involved, but listing off
My
like
main
like-
issue-
the situation and apologizing then and going, I know I fucked up. What like here it is.
Like, my main issue with it is that it's hit Carson like a bus.
Yeah.
And
But-
he is one of my favourite creators because he blew up like that, and he makes good shit. These friends are all great,
Yeah.
but it hit him like a bus because you can tell he's not very extroverted. He's a very introverted person.
Oh,
likes to
yeah,
keep
for
to
sure.
himself. And he's
I
a
mean,
proper gamer.
do you know how they actually started the whole thing?
Yeah,
That was good, yeah.
it was the dating show.
Yeah,
wasn't
the
it, on,
dating show.
Yeah,
Like,
and
Yeah, the fucking rush.
I'm sorry, but to actually go on one of those shows and then continue a relationship, like, not
done.
dissing anyone, but you have to be very introverted to actually get out a serious relationship from
Yeah.
something
And-
like that.
I think that what she said in the video about Carson was that I told Carson multiple times that it wasn't going to lead to anything or whatever. But then she says on stream with Carson like things that make that statement complete bullshit.
I mean, you just have to put up one of the tens of
Yeah, exactly.
hundreds of videos where they're
Carson.
yeah,
Cute moments.
that's the one. Yeah.
Cringe. It's like, yeah, cool. It's like she's just chatting bollocks. It's like she's got the camera out, set up all the guitars and a piano and stuff to make her look like she's got a personality, and then she's just gone, right, I'm gonna chat shit to this camera for 5 minutes.
Okay. This is turned into start slugging off.
So-
Okay,
yeah.
Arena.
Oh, no, it's been like that for the whole time.
So what do you think of Fitz's apology?
Wait, you made an apology?
Yeah, he made on Twitter. He made an apology.
Right.
Oh,
Fine.
I was
I
not.
did not know about
No,
this.
neither
Oh,
did
oh,
I.
Find it.
This is a the live reaction to Fitz's apology.
Okay, can you link it to me?
Yeah,
I
of
can.
course.
I-
Oh, he's made. Hey guys, blah 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 blah. Oh, okay, so that's most recent. Good guy Fitz. I'm guessing he's pinned it. Of course, he's fucking pinned it. Not bastard.
The bastard.
As many of you have heard, I've been involved in some personal drama. No, really?
No fucking shit. It's like I don't understand, right? How they're friends, clearly very good friends. I don't understand how you can go from being a good friend, seeing him have a clear relationship with a girl, and then going, "Oh, she's pretty fit. Let's pipe her." No.
Now, I don't know
That's
if
okay.
I don't know if that's how it went. Maybe he like
Okay.
maybe she told him what like she told every guy that she didn't have a relationship with anyone.
Probably.
And
That's what I'm thinking. That's the only way she could have done it. She could have just gone, "Oh, you know,
just
I don't." Actually
Well, I don't
Um,
think it would have been every guy.
Well, most of them. By the looks of it, how it works.
Have you not been paying attention to the simp culture?
Yeah. By the looks of it, it looks like the Fitz, the way that happened to Fitz was she went. I personally, I think this is just completely alleged bollocks, but I think that she went onto him and told him that she's not with Carson and she's
Yeah,
single.
pulled the
and then
the wool over
Fitz-
his eyes. Yeah.
Fitz believed her, and now he's in shit and looks like a cunt.
Really bad. Yeah.
well, look at the amount of likes he got. It's like people
Yeah.
are backing him.
Yeah, I
He-
don't get me wrong. He's the boyfriends aren't the bad people in the situation.
No,
It doesn't-
they're just
it
the
doesn't-
victims.
They're the
I mean,
victims who've been-
they are, but at the same time, I'm gonna play devil's advocate a little bit here and say that they could
They still
have
do.
they could have like seen everything. It's not like all of this wasn't in the realm of the public for you to go, Psych isn't right here.
Yeah,
said
I
like
mean,
5 minutes ago.
For all we know, they could have been drunk. For all we know, they could have been a bit, a bit
Stoned.
tipsy or stoned or had taken some. Personally, I think that Fitz clearly knew something that everybody else didn't.
But he was keeping it to himself because he didn't
But
want
he
to
was
start
keeping it to
drama.
himself so he didn't start drama.
Yeah.
If he would have come out straight away.
No, I think if he is I'm not saying if he is or isn't. I'm not going to take a side on this one because Fitz is more of a in between for me on this one.
Yeah,
If he was holding it back, like he knew of it and he was holding it back, I think it was under the intention because he knew what it would do to Carson.
Yeah. And that's why I think that they'll realistically still be mates after all this blows over, because they realistically, as a group of lads, all these lads that she's clearly manipulated and lied to, on a whole, have been manipulated and lied to.
Yep.
So they've been told false truths and complete bollocks.
Fake news!
We don't know the full story though.
No,
Yeah.
but basically what I'm trying to say is they've probably been lied to, most likely. They've probably been lied to. The most likely thing that's happened is they've been lied to and manipulated by her or by one of her 6 million personalities. And she said that, oh yeah, I don't have a boyfriend, I'm single, all these people that I'm just kind of talking to are really close friends, whatever, or something like that. Maybe.
Yeah.
And then she's gone and done something with somebody else and then gone to another one and gone, oh yeah, that thing with Fitz, it doesn't matter, we were blah, 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 we were drunk, we would do this. It's like, how much more shit can you pull out your ass before it comes out your ass?
Before you get a prolapse.
Yeah, before it comes out your ass and gives you a swift uppercut, which is what's happened. It's come out of her ass and just punched her in the face. Like, she's messed up, bad.
Shall we move on to the next topic?
Yeah,
Yes.
please.
Okay, so I've been playing Valorant for a few days now. I got a key last week.
Okay,
so
before you start saying anything, Valorant looks like I get it's like beta, but
Fortnite too.
it really just looks very underwhelming.
It's fun.
it's
It's
a lot of fun.
It's like, for example, do you know how CS:GO, you can only play like a few games, and then it kind of gets a bit draggy and a bit boring,
Yeah.
and a bit it's not as refreshing as it would have been 6 years ago or whatever,
Yeah.
when he was in his prime, or 4 or 5 years ago. Valorant isn't going to take over CS:GO, isn't going to take over Siege, and isn't going to take over bigger brands. It's not going to take over League in terms of views on the Pro League. It's not going to take over Siege or CS:GO, but it's going to be big. It's going to be within that top 10 best esports or esports places in esports, like Siege did. Like Siege came because it was a new idea, wasn't it? Siege was new, completely new idea.
Oh yeah, no, they've definitely
Completely new ideas. Let's be honest.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, it was.
they've definitely squandered that opportunity now. But at the time, Siege was kind of a revolutionary
Yeah, exactly.
FPS when it came out because it was it just
was-
took all the FPSs and went now.
Put them all together.
Yeah.
But Valorant is what I see is it's CS:GO, the basis of CS:GO, right?
With
not
Overwatch.
with Overwatch, with Paladins.
Yeah.
See, I've never played Paladin, so I couldn't say.
Paladins is Overwatch but free and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Paladins and a little bit of Siege because you can aim in on some of the guns.
Yeah, I like that aspect very much because
Oh, I've seen the aiming in. I really that's one thing I did dislike from what I've seen.
It's not advised. The aiming in does not make you more accurate. It just
the visual part of it, like the scopes in the game. I can't. I can't get behind that.
I think what did I say? I think I said on my stream when I played a few games of it. I said this game will be the life of the party in terms of esports for like a year or two, and then it'll just fucking die.
Yeah,
because
I
everyone
wouldn't
will be
even give
like-
it 2 years.
Yeah, it just fucking die, and everyone will be like, well, it's good, but because it's free, there's a few hackers.
I
at the
think
moment.
it's like a year or two too late. If they'd
Yeah,
come out with this like a year or two ago, it would
I
have
think-
fucking popped off.
Yeah,
But
big time, big time,
But-
big time.
like 2 years ago, you still had the prime of Overwatch and people playing that a lot, and of course you had the prime of Fortnite.
Yeah.
Like
I
yeah,
I just can't see it overtaking CS, Siege, Overwatch, League, even Rocket League in terms of esports, because it's not new. Basically in its simplest form, it's reskin CS.
yeah,
yeah.
it's the same thing, but a different face.
Yeah,
And you
which
can
is
tell
the
because the players and the streamers who've played CS on a professional level or just below that, they still are in Valorant. They also pop off, and you can see that clearly. That it just carries over 1-to-1, and I think
If it was like a different, for example, with FPSs, especially on PC, they're all very similar. Once you get your sense the same on all of your games, you can easily transfer from one to another. If they released like Valorant on console, for example, it would be a lot different because on console, it's harder to play games like that. They got Call of Duty, of course, but like genuinely competitive FPS games like Siege and stuff, they're very hard to play on console, and there's a very, very high skill ceiling. But on PC, Valorant is basically Call of Duty with CS. Because it's like, I run around, shoot, haha.
yeah.
I run, you're there, I use ability, I use flashbang, and then I run in and I shoot in the face, and then I run away.
I don't like CC.
Yeah, I just think that it's fun. Like, don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed playing it when I played it. It's refreshing and it's enjoyable for the first few games. But then when you get to like your third or fourth game, it's like, I'm a bit bored now. It's just CS. I want to go play something that I really like doing. For example, Destiny for me, I could play that shit for hours
Yeah.
because there's an end goal in sight and it's genuinely hard to get for people who aren't streamers. Like getting the max level and the highest level and all that is genuinely difficult. Even though I'm sat at home for the last month and I've done fuck all and just basically played Destiny, it's still difficult to get to the max level because, you've got to really do everything in the game. And there's a lot of content to get through in a week, and it resets once a week. But with like stuff like Valorant, it's just the same concept over and over again. Which is why I've kind of stopped playing Siege, because it's just the same shit over and over again. It's like, oh, new map, spawning, pick character, shoot people, die, wait 2 minutes, lose round, pick character, spawn in, place down your gadgets, spawn peek, die, wait 3 minutes for the next round, attack.
Yeah, I feel like if you boil every game down to that sort of simple explanation, it's like the same thing over and over again as well.
But
So
with Siege, it's very similar though, because it's like, oh, attack bomb site, plant bomb, and same with Valorant. It's like, oh, attack bomb site, plant bomb. But with things like League and Destiny, with League it's different because you can be like, oh, we'll go top as a 5 in like 10 minutes. And then we'll all push and we'll
that will never happen. You can
no,
say
what
that,
what I'm saying is it's a lot more tactical based stuff. Like, you got to think about it more. With Siege, I could, if you were ridiculous at aiming, like Bolo, for example, who's a pro player, who's basically for a long time been classed as what I've seen as the no aim, all aim, no brain kind of geezer.
Yeah.
He's fucking insane. And he went pro, but he's still got the game sense, but not as much as someone who like Pengu, who's the best player in the world, who's got so much game sense it hurts. He could kill people with his mind. He wouldn't even have to shoot. Like, but the thing is, you can go pro in games like CS and for Valorant now and Siege. With just the ridiculously insane ability to aim at people's heads.
Yeah,
Like, but with things like League, you've got to learn when to do abilities and when to move and where to go and what to do.
It's a lot more based on timing versus
timing-based
reflexes.
Versus reflexes, which is why I don't play it, because I just like spamming shit and shooting because I'm a child.
I mean, there are characters that do that.
For example, Draven. Just run in, kill shit, and get out. Which is, yeah, don't get me wrong, League's good. But when it comes to going pro, the skill ceiling on things like League is a lot higher than it is
yeah, for sure.
But the problem with Siege is the actual top level is very, very hard to get to.
Yeah.
And to be ridiculously insane is very hard to get to, but it's not hard to be good, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's not hard to get like plat or diamond in Siege.
Yeah.
But in like things like League, you've got to be coordinated all the time. You've got to know when and when not to do shit. Admittedly, it's the same in Siege, but it's a different thing.
See, look at it this way. In Siege, your reflexes are more considered over like timing and stuff. So, like flicking to someone's head, that's again reflexes, a bit of timing, but mostly reflexes. Whereas League, it's both reflexes and timing, because you got to react to what everyone else is doing. And fair play, you've got that aspect in Rainbow as well, but it's a lot more pronounced in League, because you got to think, this guy's got a stun, or I just got knocked up, I got to do my anti-CC, crowd control for those who don't know, but my anti-CC thing now, I got to do my ult, E, W. It's all about timing and reflexes at the same time, which is why it makes League so much more harder to pick up than just an FPS.
Like, the skill floor with League is very high.
Yeah.
But the skill floor with Siege is kind of like mid-level.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, because even Scully can do well.
On what?
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. But what would you say where in the spectrum does Overwatch sit then?
Like, it kind of... I'd say, like, in the middle of those two, because it depends what you play. For example, me being a tank main on Overwatch and having a lot of game sense, as opposed to the ability to click heads, right? I could probably, if I really played that game to ridiculous levels and just played tank, now with the role queue, I could maybe get to, like, mid-diamond, personally.
I mean... for me, it's kind of under Rainbow where when it comes to the skill cap, because yes, there are certain characters that require the precision and timing, like if you're playing Widowmaker, but then again, if you're playing like Wrecking Ball or Diva, you don't have to aim for shit.
Like, it's based on the character. I'll put it in terms of like tank, right? If I was gonna play Rhine against another Reinhardt, I need to know when he has his Shire, when he has his charge, when he has his the flame charge, Fire Strike, and how much shield he has left just by looking at it. And I can do that. You need to be able to block shares and stuff. But with Diva, it's like, oh, haha, shoot, eat, I hungry, press right click, or all your shit is mine now, my ult charge, and then you throw bomb. It's basically what it is.
I don't agree entirely with that, but that's because of dive. At the height of the dive comp, it was
big brain. You had to be smart.
Yeah, the coordination on that should be.
I mean, but then you're going into team comps, and that's a whole different realm.
It's a whole different thing, isn't it?
It's like on CS:GO, if you're running 5 orbs, you're all fucked.
Unless you're ridiculous.
Yeah, but if you're running a team of 5 AKs, that's a lot more doable. But then you'll go into League, like, you cannot pick the same champion. You've got to pick different champions. There's over, like, 150 different champions. Who goes well with who? who can you play
Exactly.
well with this comp? Who
I
is
think
the
that
enemy
that's-
picking? How can you fuck them over by picking someone else that goes well with your team?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the aspect is also like I think that's also pretty much skill bound. If you don't know that, then you're not never gonna go.
Oh
Get
yeah,
good
no,
at
for
the
sure,
game.
for sure.
Yeah, it's a different because well, what the fuck was the topic again? I've forgotten. Where did we start with this? Where did we start and then go off onto a tangent?
Valorant.
We started with Valorant.
Yeah, that's the one.
Should we go back to Valorant?
Maybe.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can, but
We're talking about the champions thing with Valorant.
That was like a 10, 15 minute segue.
Yeah, it's fine though. It's fine. It's fine. But we're talking about the champions in Valorant. You basically yoinked them from different games. It's like with the
Yeah.
character that I was playing before school, with the bow. What's it
yeah,
called?
Sofa.
Yeah, her ult is Hanzo 2.
His ult.
Her ult
It's a-
is it's
Wait,
a female.
it's
Is it female?
Sofa's a male. He's definitely a male.
Wait,
Whatever it
hold
is.
up, hold up. There's a character
Whatever-
called Sofa?
Sofa, yeah, it's called Sofa.
Whatever it is, right? It's ult is basically the Hanzos but reskinned.
Yeah.
Same as like what's the character you were playing with the grenades who has the ult with the rocket launcher? It's
Raze.
basically Farah.
Yeah. It's yeah.
And the one that heals, bruh, Mercy 2? Question mark?
No, Sage is more like
Moira.
because she's a fucking ice wall.
Oh yeah.
May.
She can ice the ground, so you get slowed, and she can heal.
Oh, so it's like Anna, basically, because you
Uh,
can sleep people. And you
It's a
can throw
combination.
nades.
It's a combination of Anna and May.
Yeah, it's like they're just kind of taking ideas from mainstream games that have blown up, like Overwatch, and just gone, oh, you know what, that seems all right. You know, we're gonna fuse these 17 characters together to make this one, and then we're gonna get bullied by everyone who plays Overwatch for copying, which is probably what's going to happen.
That's the thing. They took I believe the initiative was that a bunch of ex-pros came together and like looked at aspects from games they played, like CS:GO and Overwatch, and looked at like how can we make it in such a way that it's a very good competitive game and it's a lot of fun. But you can clearly see that they took those ideas from other games because the guns are the same, almost the same as CS. Like
Yeah.
the abilities are clearly taken from Overwatch,
Like games
and
like Overwatch and Paladins.
there is a very much a Team Fortress 2 vibe. Like,
Actually, yeah, there is a bit in there. I can see what you mean with the jumping and stuff and all this.
yeah.
I think that it's got all the right things to succeed, but because of how cancer the gaming community is, it's gonna die just because of how much copying it's done. Clearly,
Yeah.
I don't know, but overall, it's fun, but it's Control C, Control V of like 6 different games,
Which is
basically.
the easiest way to make a game.
Yeah, which is why Destiny will reign supreme forever. Because it's original.
Because it has the biggest budget in gaming ever.
It doesn't
Yeah,
because the
it
game's
does.
shit. The game is garbage.
You
But it's
say
still-
that, but it still has the biggest budget in gaming, so
Wait, does
where
it
does that
actually?
leave the
Yeah,
rest
yeah.
of the game?
And like,
No way.
I
No
believe
way.
like 500 million. Something
Yeah,
like that.
man.
What are they doing with the fucking money? What are they doing?
They've
No,
all spent it at launch.
Like,
They
I'm
they
sorry.
spent it on
I'm
launch.
sorry. But
Like
the
every
thing-
good developer does. They spend it on
This-
launch and spent like a bunch of it on like updates
Oh
just
my
after
God.
launch and then it's done.
This season in Destiny is the worst season. There's so many people, even YouTubers are quitting. Like Twitch streamers are quitting because of how shit it is, and they've got the biggest budget in get. Like they fucking shove it up their ass. You know, they need someone who actually care about the game instead of just going, "Oh, we'll make this because it's fucking easy." And we don't care. Fuck off. Right. Well, what's the next topic?
I mean, we're sitting pretty at 59 minutes, so if you
Yeah,
want
we are,
to go
actually,
for
very
an
soon.
easy last one.
Yeah, just want to do a quick one. Yeah.
I don't
Well-
like the ones I put in are not quick and easy, so
I don't know. Do you wanna? What's kind of big right now, or some sort of small shit? I don't know. I don't know. Without, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Fucking. What's I don't know. Football, Scully.
Oh God, no,
okay.
please.
When do you think? Do you think the season should be voided, or do you think we should play the season over summer?
Well, here they can't play it over summer because all the events that need a permit are banned until the 1st of September.
Right.
So that won't happen.
In terms of like the big 5 leagues in Europe. So
Shut the fuck up.
so in terms of like France, Germany, Italy, Spain, and England, France, yeah, those 5 leagues. Personally,
Spain definitely not. Italy definitely not. Germany maybe. England probably because they don't give a fuck.
I think that the only one that will finish the season is England.
Yeah,
realistically, because in Belgium they finished the season already, haven't they? By the 19 games, they just did it off 19 games, didn't they?
They just don't care, but they don't care about their football league.
Yeah, because
Let's
it's
be
not
honest.
big. Even though it's league and it gets crowds, it's not a big league. But I
No.
think in the UK, if they don't, for example, personally, as a Liverpool fan, if they don't award or let us finish the season over England, it's going to kick off big because especially in the UK, we have 20 tiers of football, right?
Yeah.
And that's over 1,000 clubs, well, 4,000 clubs plus that will just be like, well, shit, what the fuck are we going to do now? Because there could be clubs that are doing a Leicester in like the 9th tier. I mean, they predict to finish bottom and they finish top. And for example, the Liverpool fans will go fucking crazy. if
There'll be riots.
I'm not joking. I know people from Liverpool, and I know how much I care about the club, and how much people who from Liverpool care about the club, and even in Asia and the US care about Liverpool as a club. Shit will go fucking mental.
I mean, this is like the worst topic you could have picked for me, but yeah, there is like a massive. That England has the biggest hooligan culture
and football culture
in the world.
Football culture in this country is one of the biggest.
But
personally,
let's boil it down to this, right? Let's be honest. Would anyone in England give a shit if like the final league was done like by Dave and his mates in the fucking park?
Like personally.
Let's be honest. As long as they put on a good show, I don't think anyone would give two fucks.
Yeah, because I would fucking watch 22 fat obese men run around the pitch for 9 minutes at this point.
Yeah, Dave and his mates.
Yeah, in terms of the league, we either the countries in the world either take the side of what Belgium have done and go it off the first half of the season. So the first 19 games. So once you played every team once, it goes off that, right?
Which is bullshit.
And they award the title that way, which is a simple brain dead way of doing it. Or you can finish the season or void it completely. And now, no, I don't think any of the big five leagues will void it. They will either choose a winner or choose winners based on the first 19 games of every league, right? And do it off that, right? Or they will finish the season when they can.
Yeah.
Right, if you see what I mean. So like, we'll start the new season, for example. And then they'll do it over the summer if it's like a low Italian league football or something. They'll finish the games over the summer to say, oh yeah, this team. But again, that wouldn't work. It either has to be played or gone off the first half of the season. There's no other way to do it, really. I'm hoping.
Maybe we can end it on like what's next for the podcast and what people should do after this podcast.
Yeah, I see why.
So
yeah,
what's next for us?
What's next for us? This actually has to be edited and uploaded to the different places. So for now, that's my YouTube channel, and we've got a SoundCloud currently. I'll look into uploading it to Spotify if I can. I don't know. I haven't looked into that whole realm of everything, but I'm definitely gonna start looking into getting it on stuff like Spotify and all that, and even the iTunes store. But I think you have to pay fees for that one, so that might be something for the future.
Who the fuck could pay for this?
No. We have to pay. We have to pay. Yeah, no, not them. Yeah.
Oh no, we have to pay. Oh,
Yeah.
why the fuck would we pay money? Fuck Apple.
But like, so in terms of the future, we'll have similar episodes to this. If you've made it this far already, fucking round of applause to you, because Jesus Christ. And
Congratulations on wasting an hour and 5 minutes of your time.
yes. Legit. But in terms of the future of this podcast, we'll try and do like as frequently as we can. So I don't. We'll have to talk after this to see when we want to do it. But pretty much, there'll at least be one a month.
I'd say that, yeah.
At least.
Keep the standards low so we can meet them.
Yeah, legit. Eventually, we might branch out. If we get enough people interested in the podcast, we might branch out and start doing an extra podcast every so often, like premium episodes.
It's not fucking porno, right? People aren't gonna pay for premium.
Mate, believe it or not, but a lot of podcasts do this.
Yeah,
it's literally just to help pay for our time. Pretty much, these, like, we do one of these, keep it online and stick it for free. But if people wanted to hear like the next hour, we go on keeping like the more juicy stories for like a premium episode. Put those up on like Patreon for like a ridiculously low amount, like five quid a month or some shit like that. And they get an extra like hour long podcast.
I gotta pay bills, man. 500 quid. I'm joking. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Yeah, but this was actually a lot more fun than I thought it would be, because I've been able to just chat shit and it's been funny.
I found a lot of fun as well.
Yeah, no. Well, it's so just if you have made it this far, just bear with us for the first couple of episodes, because we will be finding our feet. Obviously, Llama and Scully, to my knowledge, have no experience doing podcasts, and obviously we'll be finding our feet on where we sit and what we want from this podcast ourselves. So if we want to orientate it more towards one place.
Money.
Well, not the money aspect, but what we want for it. So where we want to steer it. If we want to keep it like this, where it's just random banter and we go on fucking 20-minute segues, or if we want to keep it more focused.
I think the 20-minute segue is the best part.
We'll see.
No, for sure. Like the podcast I listen to, that's what it is. It's literally 20-minute segues, one after the other. They start off with one topic and go out.
Like a lot of this was just 20-minute segues about random bollocks.
Oh yeah.
But it was funny because I, for some reason, mentioned blowing my headmaster's legs off with a shotgun, and I'll probably get sectioned for that. I can't wait to know.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
But
I'll
yes,
make some clips.
No, please don't.
I
want to keep my criminal record nice and clean, and my principal's kneecaps without bullets in them. So, yeah.
But yeah, on that note, thank you for joining us. If you made it this far, then what should they say in the comments?
We should link them to a NHS hospital so they can seek further help of why they sat through all of this.
No, what should they comment?
Okay. Cheese sandwich.
The results of their mental health problems. Because they clearly have.
So that would be cheese sandwich. So yeah, if you made it this far, thanks for joining us. Put cheese sandwich in the comments so we actually know and get some feedback. But yeah, thank you for joining us. We will see you next time.
Bye.
Penis.
Bye. Fuck off.